everyone, the Frenchitivity Family back with you. Kent and Michelle here, and while in Thailand, I'm sure you want to snorkel, you want to swim, you want to explore. So what better way to do it than go on a tour to the Phi Phi Islands? And it became a part of our bucket list, and hopefully after we review it for you, it'll become part of yours.
Yeah, so we booked a speedboat tour from Krabi, and speedboat tour is definitely the way to go see the islands. We'd heard some feedback that it could be kind of rough and varying degrees of what people thought, but we found the ride to be a bit bumpy but smooth and captained so well and facilitated really well. So first stop was Bamboo Island, which if you've seen our beach review, you know is one of our favorite beaches. White sandy beaches, silky sand between your toes, and as we're getting off the boat, you can go and enjoy the beach. They say, do you want to snorkel? We say, yes, we want to snorkel. So out snorkeling, I really saw a white-tipped reef shark.
Baby white-tipped reef shark.
And the beach there was just beautiful.
Well, you think of paradise and the beaches, that certainly, fit the bill. So after that, you're hungry. So our great tour guide, our great tour guide Coke said, you know what? You got to get to lunch first before the crowds get there. So we went to Phi Phi Don, which is the main island. All the shops, restaurants, things of that nature are there. So we went into a great buffet lunch, and after we were filled and happy, we walked around. Certainly, it was the high season when it comes to tourism, so a lot of people, a lot of boats. Be prepared for that. But it was fun to see a different side of Thailand.
Classic island, and a lot of people go and even just stay on Phi Phi Island. So we definitely wanted to be able to see it. We did not stay overnight there, but worth seeing. Busy, but worth it.
Yes.
Hop back on the boat, and then we went to Monkey Beach. So we just watched this from the boat. We had not seen a lot of monkeys yet on our journey at this point, so it was cool to see them. Some babies, and you don't get too close because they are curious and like shiny objects. So you just kind of go into the bay, see Monkey Beach, take a peek, say hello, and head on out to the next stop.
Yeah, saw some mamas with their babies. It was exciting to see. Evie was certainly happy that we made that stop. Up next, if you want to throw yourself into the set of a movie, no better place to be than Maya Beach. Why? Because The Beach with our friend Leonardo DiCaprio, he was in that movie. You know what? He should be, because we're cool, he's cool. Leo, when you watch this, look us up. But yeah, it's a great place to be. But again, crowds, a lot of people there because it's so popular. The movie made it popular so many years ago, and as a result, so many people in the water that it has become a conservation area now for sharks and for coral. You cannot swim, you can only go knee deep. There is a security guard with a megaphone walking around keeping everybody out, but it was spectacular. And if you can find a spot, an open spot, Evan, you had a chance to take some wonderful pictures. The water was crystal blue. It was right out of a movie.
It was, and they coordinate it well. It's definitely a stop on many tours, so you kind of know you've got your slot. They make sure you walk through this really pretty area, and then you do get to enjoy the beach, but don't expect to swim there, just expect to take some really pretty pictures, and know that everyone else is gonna be taking some really pretty pictures. But if you keep walking, we got a tip. Keep walking all the way down to the right.
Yes.
You can find a nice private spot and get photos with just only the background behind you. And so you have to take it for what it is. You don't get to enjoy the beach exactly in that way, but you get to see it, and it is gorgeous. And we honor their conservation efforts there.
It is an Instagram haven. So as Michelle mentioned, be ready for that. Selfies galore. And walking to and from, they're very careful, not only for the water, but also the beaches and the area. You're staying on a designated walking path the entire time. So they do a really good job with Maya Bay.
Yeah, they do. And then if you want to get in the water and experience the emerald green, gorgeous water, you move on to Pileh Bay. And here you can get out of the boat, you jump off, you go for a swim. It's gorgeous water. It really is the emerald green, and we had so much fun. We just kind of splashed around. We don't snorkel there. I don't know if there was much to see, but the water was beautiful. It was warm. It was just gorgeous swim. So definitely a favorite stop too.
Everything you think a lagoon would be in Thailand, that was it. It was beautiful.
I need to mention the fact that you're in the lagoon and you can look up at all the limestone cliffs. So that obviously is what makes it also so special, because you just realize how small you are in the whole grand scheme of things, and just immersed in this gorgeous water, looking up at these cliffs. It's just a sensory experience, so well worth it.
Next up, we zipped over to Viking Cave. Why Viking Caves? No, Vikings didn't hang out there as far as we know, but it certainly looks like somewhere where Vikings would hang out from a distance. So we went over there, took some great shots, got some video, but also it is the home of the swallows that are the creators of bird nest soup, which is a delicacy in Thailand. People pay a lot of money for the bird's saliva. Look it up. Learn more about bird nest soup. But it was an educational lesson nonetheless, and a great stop on our tour.
Yeah, you don't really stop there. You just kind of hear the story, but it's worth it to hear the tale, the story.
Yes.
Just cruise on by. And now we know about a delicacy that we didn't know about before.
We do. So Michelle, now it's time to finally snorkel.
Yes,
snorkel for the second time, actually.
Yeah, so now we head to Loh Samah Bay, and this was a really cool snorkel spot. We all snorkeled, so that was really cool. And some beautiful coral, nice visibility, emerald green water again, and just really fun to feel that sensation and snorkel, be with the fish. But I recall mostly like coral and rock formations and just kind of beautiful scenery under the water, under the sea.
Under the sea. And also under the sea was my mask. Not once, but twice. Coke, our wonderful tour guide, said, you know what, if you lose your mask, don't worry about it, I'll go get it. I was that guy twice. He had to go dive for my mask.
How's that even possible?
I don't know how it's
Twice.
possible. I can't even explain it.
We kind of just said we only went snorkeling twice on this tour. We have been on tours before where they're very clear that if you lose your snorkel, lose your mask, that is all you, and you will need to go retrieve it. And we, of course, we respect that. You were very careful with your mask. However, on this tour, Coke had no problem diving for it for Kent.
Thank you, Coke.
So the big question that we're trying to answer is, should you book a Phi Phi Islands tour? And we say yes.
And do it on a speedboat.
Great way
Yes.
to see so many islands, so much diverse geography, and doing the speedboat tour was a win for sure, all the way around. It was a really nice day. It's a long day, but it feels great. The pace is really nice. So if you're in Ao Nang, Krabi, you get picked up typically at your hotel, which is really nice, and then they take you to the pier. It's very organized. They kind of split you into different groups. You board your speedboat there, and we found that experience to be led very well. And then you're off in a speedboat and enjoying the whole day.
Nang On Tours and Travel is who we booked with, and Coke was our tour guide. He was a guy that was written up about by a lot of people that gave reviews on this site.
Yes.
We didn't,
we were
we
lucky
didn't ask
enough.
for him. We got him. He was the man. I mean, certainly he added to the experience. And so once again, at the very beginning of this video, we said, you know what? Phi Phi Island was on our bucket list. Hopefully, because of all this, it is now on yours.
So have you been to Phi Phi Islands? Let us know in the comments, and please be sure to like and subscribe to hear a lot more features and upcoming content from the Frenchitivity family.